Dear students, today we shall be continuing with our topic of balance of payment and foreign exchange. And the topic that I am going to choose today is discussion about capital account. As briefed to you yesterday, capital account records all such transactions between residents and rest of the world which leads to change in ownership of assets and liabilities during an year. So basically anything which is impacting the asset and liability position of the country will be recorded in the capital account. For example, we have investments, borrowings, sale and purchase of asset. I am purchasing a house in some other country. They are purchasing a house in our country. So all these entries will go in capital account. However, the rule for recording it as credit and debit remains the same. Anything which brings in foreign exchange will be recorded as a credit entry, and anything which leads to outflow of foreign exchange will be recorded as a debit entry. Now our capital account has three components. First is called investment to and from abroad. It is same thing which I just picked up. I am investing in their country and they are investing in my country. When I am investing in their country, there is an outflow of foreign exchange and it is a debit entry. When they are investing in our country, it is a credit entry. Similarly, borrowings. Borrowings paid and borrowings taken. When I am giving loans to somebody, it is affecting my asset and liability position and there is an outflow, so it will be recorded as a debit entry. When I am borrowing from some other country, it will be recorded as a credit entry because it brings in foreign exchange. And third is called changes in the foreign exchange reserves. Now, this is also called official reserve transactions. Basically, what it records the transaction of RBI in BOP account. Central Bank of the country has a component with it called reserves, which are foreign in nature. So we have foreign reserves with RBI. Now RBI either increases these reserves or decreases these reserves. This is the third component which is recorded. Now it is officially named as official reserve transactions. So official reserve transactions, it is recording the entries of RBI into BOP account. And when does RBI do these changes? When either the total balance of payment is having a surplus or a deficit. I have earlier also told you that net BOP should always balance like your balance sheet. But it has two components, current account and capital account, and there can be a surplus or deficit in these accounts, and this surplus or deficit which arises on these accounts is of autonomous nature. Autonomous transactions are those transactions which do not affect the asset and liability condition of the country. Means they are independent transactions. Now, as opposed to autonomous transactions, we have accommodating transactions. Accommodating transactions are those transactions which are done deliberately to let the BOP account match. That is to bring it into balance. So, accommodating nature is nothing but changes in the official reserve transactions. Now look at this very carefully. I am exporting something. Whenever I export something, do I first of all look at the condition of BOP and then export? No. So export is a autonomous transaction. Similarly, when I am importing something, I do not look at that, and it is again an autonomous transactions. Is it clear? Now similarly, borrowings and other things, they are not dependent upon the condition of surplus or deficit. However, now whenever there is a deficit in BOP account is basically due to autonomous transactions. When I say BOP account is in deficit, it means that inflow of foreign exchange is less than outflow of foreign exchange. So, to bring equality sign here, what will RBI do? RBI will withdraw from its official reserve account, and so that official reserves will fall down. Now, when I am withdrawing something from the reserve account, that means this inflow will increase and will become equal to outflow. For example, you have a reserve here. This is called official reserve. When I am withdrawing here, then this is going down, but the money here is increasing. Is it clear? So similarly, in case of deficit, this is what we do. Deficit means inflows is less than outflows. To bring equality here, official reserves are reduced, in the sense that from the reserves the money is taken out by RBI, and this is transaction which is called accommodating transaction. The word accommodating is added here because they are done deliberately and they are done to let the balance of payment account match. Similarly, in the opposite case, when we have a surplus, what will happen? Inflows will be greater than outflows. In this case, RBI will pick up money from here and will deposit money into official reserves, so that our official reserves increases in case of a surplus. So to be more specific, in case of a deficit, what happens to official reserves? Official reserves falls, and in case of a surplus, our official reserve increases. You can expect a separate question on official reserve transactions for 4 marks. This is very important. So what all things you have to say here? You have to first of all write down the meaning of official reserve transactions, and then you have to say that it is the accommodating transaction. Then you have to mention how it moves in case of a deficit and how it moves in case of a surplus. So that will complete a 4-mark question. So we shall be connecting tomorrow for discussion on the same topic. You are requested to kindly read the topic from the book. Thank you. Have a great day.